So when Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his robe, the robe of many colors that he wore, and they took him and threw him into a pit. The pit was empty. There was no water in it. This pit is a perfect illustration of how many of us feel when we are wronged. We feel like we have been cast into the bottom of the pit, and we don't see any end in sight, and it is lonely, and it is dark, and the world doesn't seem to have as much color as it used to be. The world feels a lot more gray, and the world seems to be a lot more bleak. And when we have been wronged, it feels like we're stuck at the bottom of the pit without anywhere to go. And you might, maybe, you came to church this morning feeling like you are stuck in a pit. You've tried to crawl your way out of the pit just to keep falling back in. And you wonder to yourself, where is God in all of this? He seems to be silent. So Joseph's brothers, they have some Egyptian slave traders that come by, and they think to themselves, okay, let's just go ahead and sell him into slavery. Then we can tell Dad that he's dead, and we got him out of our hands, and we don't ever have to worry about him again. No big deal. So they do that, and here's what happens. Now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt. Potiphar, an Egyptian who was one of Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard, bought him from the Ishmaelites who had taken him there. The Lord was with Joseph. We see this phrase, the Lord was with Joseph, all throughout his story. And if you have a Bible, I want you to underline it and highlight it or do whatever. Jesus isn't grumpy if you write in the Bible. You should do that. Or if you have like the iPhone Bible, you can push a button and highlight it. Do whatever. But that phrase, the Lord was with Joseph, is unbelievably important. It is huge because it means that despite Joseph being sold into slavery, despite him being thrown in a pit, despite everything he's ever known changed, despite the wrong that was done to him, the Lord was with him. And despite all of the wrong that was done to you, and despite everything that was said or done, or all of it, the Lord is with you. And I think God is saying this. When you feel alone, God says you're known. When you feel alone, God says you are known. When you feel like nobody cares and nobody understands and nobody gets it and they can't understand the depth of pain and hurt and the magnitude with which I'm dealing, they can't get it. When all of that is swirling in your mind, God's presence is right there with you, ministering to you, caring for you, comforting you.